All right, let's talk about ads placement. I'm not an expert. I'm just a website owner and a content creator, and I'm just going to share today what I know about ads placement and what's working for me. And I think it's going to change. It's going to improve. Things are going to be different. So I'll, update this video or create new videos as this goes on. But let's talk about ads placement. I'm currently working with Google AdSense, and I'm just going to my computer here because it helps me keep track of what I want to talk about. But this is going to apply to various ad networks, although you'll want to test and see what works with the various ad networks that you are on. So right now, this data that I am telling you about or talking to you about is with Google AdSense. Now, as we go and talk about ads placement, and if you are new to the idea of where you should put your ads or what the options are, this isn't a comprehensive tutorial. This is just to get you started and me sharing what I know. But here are some things to think about as you are deciding where to put your ads. There is a lot of mobile traffic now, and if you notice when you use your phone, the responsive nature of the websites is that it gets shrunk down like to this. So if you're used to having tons of stuff on the sides, like tons of widgets and things, all that stuff is getting crushed to the bottom. And so if your primary strategy is to make money using ads that are on the sidebars on your desktop, that's fine, but it may not work for you when most of your traffic is on mobile because it is well beyond the bottom of all the stuff that is after the article, and by then your user may have clicked away. We also know now that our users are expecting their information like right away. So if the ads are after their attention is kind of drifted off and they have either gotten what they want from the article or they have decided that this article doesn't have what it is that they want, they're going to bounce away and never take a look at your ad and never have a chance to click on it. And finally, we also have to remember that people are just getting used to having ads everywhere. They are totally fine with just scrolling past them and focusing on the content that they want and then ignoring all the stuff that is extra. So what are your options for where to put ads? You've probably surfed around lots of websites but not really paid too much attention to it because, again, people are used to seeing ads. There's the header ad, so it's across the top of everything. I mean, this is one that's really common. The under the title ad, so you see the title of this article is Play Clash Royale on PC, and then you see the ad right above it, right before you start seeing any text or anything else. You'll see the term above the fold. Above the fold means everything that you see before the user starts to scroll down at all. So basically the whole entire top. Think of it like a newspaper, like everything that is on the front page before you have to turn it over. That counts as above the fold. The side banners, and you have the side banners on the left and the right. In article ads, so these are ads that the user will see as they scroll down. You'll see end of the article ads, and these are before any other widgets or any other comments or any other extras, just at the very end of the article. And then you'll see footer placements. And another one, a whole new sort of like bag of wax, bag of tricks, ball of wax, I don't know what, is the mobile banners. And so you'll have the responsiveness of the website, converted to the phone. The ads will just try to fit themselves in where you put them, but then there are also just some mobile specific banners that do exist. Now, what do I recommend as far as placements? Now, think back to what we talked about in the beginning. We have users who are used to seeing ads, who have short attention spans and can ignore the presence of ads unless you're using something that prevents them from ignoring it, like video pop-ups that are sticky that they have to watch them, or really annoying things that force people to engage with them, and like AdSense hates those. They don't let us use them. For me personally, this is the data that seems to work for me. The stuff that seems to perform the best are the ads that are directly under the title. So the person lands on the page and they check the title and then start to read, there is an ad there and they're likely to see it. This is before they've gotten totally involved in the article, so their attention isn't totally focused on it and they're not willing yet to just scan over or pass the stuff that doesn't relate to their article. So that under the title one seems to perform fairly well. Next, maybe not as well as the title one, but anything else on the above the fold. So anything else that can appear on desktop or mobile that appears before they have to start scrolling. So this second ad right here, just barely appears above the fold, and these tend to do the second best. And finally, the third one that seems to do well is the end of the article ad. So not the side banners, not the footers, and most people don't even bother putting ads anymore in the footers because generally by the end of the article, the user either got what they needed or they didn't. And so if they got what they needed, they're just going to either put their device away or just start another search or do something else. They're not going to have any reason to click around or click anything else that you have here on the website, which is why those side banners seem to do so poorly on mobile, because by the time the user gets to the end of this article, they're done. They either got what they wanted or not. So the ad that is here at the end of the article, especially if it is just natively responds to the content and is about the content that this page is on, will probably do fairly well, though we won't have any control over that because we don't know if AdSense is going to fill that article spot with, or that ad spot with something about the content or something that's relevant to the user that's unrelated to the content. So in general, when you're looking at where to put ads, I mean, the header is going to help, but I think that still people are used to seeing that. That's something that's familiar to them, and their eyes, they just don't see it anymore. So you got to look to places where people are actually paying attention. They're actually focusing on getting into the content. So that's why I think that ads that are under the title seem to do well, and anything on the front page before they scroll does well, and the end of the article ads tend to do the best. And again, that's just my personal experience. That's me using Google AdSense, and I think that this may be different for other ad networks. And also, I just wanted to say that this has to do with CPC, like pay per click, cost per click stuff. This isn't about making money off of impressions. This is making money off of people clicking. If we were doing an impressions-based income study, we might find that this this analysis was different. But for the purposes of getting people to click and making the most money for clicking, again, it's under the title, anything above the fold, and the end of the article. And again, it's July of 2019. I will come back and update this video or do another video about this if I see that it changes, but for now, that is what is working for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for visiting. If you are interested in learning more about making money with display advertising, passive income through creating content-rich websites, or just hearing me blab on about whatever it is I want to talk about, please subscribe. And if not, then please at least give me a thumbs up if you thought this was valuable information or had got any value out of it whatsoever, or leave a comment. I love talking to people about their businesses. Thank you so very much, and we'll see you in the next video.